Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back into another video. Today's video is a little bit of a analysis at the same time that we're talking about lore. So this, if I'm correct, if what I'm saying, this will 100% confirm what the next character of Paladins is. So bear with me here and let's go through this slowly. So if you already seen my video of yesterday, I've showed you a little bit of the new map that is coming, the new siege map, called Dawnforge. But I didn't bother myself to actually understand the lore of the map. And guess what? I'm going to explain it to you so you don't have to try to understand it yourself. So if you remember when Azan got released, we had Yaggorath going all around just destroying everything. And Azan was the one that actually came down and stopped Yaggorath. He sealed her away, and he basically, what he did, and if you remember the showcase of Azan, Nico, who's no longer with us on the Evil Mojo team, unfortunately, but, you know, he's still doing great and he's doing amazing. But Nico, who was there at the precise time of the showcase for the Azan character, he was part of the, you know, one of the people that would have helped out with Azan. He explained that Azan was basically a Pyre lord, that he came down to the realm because he saw how things were going, and he said, either, you know, you either put your crap together or I'm burning everything. And basically this is now where we're picking off. Azan sealed away Yaggorath. He knew that both Ram and Saris and Dredge were all going around, which is part of the Abyss, which is the opposite of Pyre. And he said, either deal with this or I'm dealing with everything by just burning everything to the ground. Now, once again, this gets confirmed. Now, here's the thing. I feel like there's even more to it than just that. So, in the lore of the map, it basically says the following. We have an Abyss map. Now it's time to get a Pyre map. This time we get a Siege map. Now, this map is basically a mobile fortress, okay? It once belonged to the Queen of the Pyre. Remember that. But it's now under the control of Azan. After witnessing the realm's ability to defend itself against the Maw, so Yaggorath and the Darkness, Azan has found their combat prowess wanting. So basically, he's saying that after seeing what's going on with Yaggorath, well, they kind of, they kind of left Azan to wonder. Oh, well, they really can't stop anything, can they? They don't have that much power to do anything, which kind of is insulting to Atlas coming back into the past to try to stop things. But that's just me saying it. Either way, basically what he thought is, if the realm couldn't even stop this, they cannot repel a full-scale Abyssal invasion. Its corruption, it would just be inevitable. And basically, so he thought, okay, then I'm going to summon the Dawnforge again, I'm going to control it, and I'm going to make preparations to destroy the realm. This way the Abyss has nothing to conquer, because there's nothing left. So, as you can see here, this is still the same sort of story. Azan says, you either put your crap together or I'm burning everybody alive, good, bad, Abyss, Pyre, whatever, right? And in this case, because he saw that, you know, with Yaggorath, they dealt with it so poorly, he now thinks, I'm going to burn everything, this way the Abyss is not coming over to try to take over the realm. But here's the thing. I noticed one thing when I was understanding this lore, which is this. The realm could never repel a full-scale Abyssal invasion. So why exactly are we being told this? Now, it could be either one of two things. It could either be because we already know that Dredge, Ram, and Saris are going around freely, or it could mean that he's already waiting for something to happen, that he knows that something is happening. But now, what is this? That's the part that I'm going to be talking about. In this map, you'll be able to see this specifically right here. And this, if you haven't noticed it, let me just grab here a picture real quick. I'm actually going to pause this. All right, so back. So, if you didn't notice this yet, this is the same picture that is on the Azan's walls. It is the same character. Whoever this is, it is somebody of high power. Somebody who's very interesting. And if you remember, the lore of the map said that the Queen of the Pyre. Now, I might be wrong, but I think Azan is not the top of the leader, of the chain of command. Because if this one is the queen of the Pyre, does that mean that Azan is actually should be a king of the Pyre to be up high to this level? And if not, if he's not, then does that mean that there's other characters we're gonna have to worry about? But what if there's actually just a queen? It could have been just one queen. It could have been just the queen of the Pyre. But then you wonder, okay, but there's something wrong about this. Where is the queen of the Pyre, and why is she not in charge of the Dawnforge anymore? So let's analyze this a little bit more. So the first thing that I noticed that was back when Azan came out, we had the walls of Azan coming out here and showing this character. And eventually, immediately, I went to Thunderbrush's DMs and I was like, hey, yo, Thunder, I have a theory as to who might this be. Now, obviously, I'm not going to share with you the conversation I had with Thunder. Thunder did not confirm or deny, but I 100% I was sure that this was a new character that later might come into Paladins. Similar to what Furia and Ceres have the connection, this would be the connection between Azan and this new character. But notice that the character doesn't just have wings and the Pyre weapon, whatever this is. She has tentacles underneath her. And then I thought, okay, what if she's actually a fallen angel? And that would actually explain as to why she's no longer in control of the Dawnforge. Right? Follow me up here, because there's even more to this. Then I noticed one more thing. You see this little thing right here? So this is similar to what she has on her head, right? Similar to a very curious tiara or crown that recently has been shown to us somewhere. And I wonder where. I mean, this seems very, very similar, doesn't it? So, and there's even more, because this is not the only thing. Where have I also seen this crown, or this tiara, or this piece? Right, this is on the Caspian trailer. If you didn't understood by now, this is on the Caspian trailer. And basically he stole it. He has a little bit of a fight here with the Abyssal warriors or whatever. This ended up becoming a Vatu skin, but that's the symbol of the Abyss, by the way. And he basically fought them and then stole the little crown here. This headpiece actually has already been shown to us somewhere else. And that somewhere else is on Lilith's cards. First of all, how much can we take seriously what's in the cards of Lilith? Well, pretty much everything. Because if you can see on one of the cards, Caspian is there. So there's even a more connection to all this, like Lilith, Caspian, and so on. How did he actually ended up knowing about this little tiara or headpiece, and why did he went to get it, right? And then there's other cards. If you know the lore of Lilith, Lilith is actually part of... she's a friend of Leon, basically. And she was fighting on the side of the Magistrate against the Resistance, but unfortunately she was left to die. She lost, she was almost dead, and basically somebody showed up for her and said, I have here an extra little chance for you. So I'm gonna give you power from the Abyss, and we're gonna be besties. And basically that's what happened. And you can see right there that she has that headpiece right there. That is the same headpiece that we see here. Sorry if this is a bit small. I can make it a bit bigger here with the zoom, but unfortunately, the quality is super bad. But you can see it's the exact same piece. But wait, there's more. Because we get to see her again here, and this time in full detail. So definitely 100% this character is going to be actually a character, a playable character on Paladins. But even there's more. If we go into Thunderbrush's Twitter, the profile picture he has right now is this one. And who is this one? Who is this character? This is the character we've been talking about so far. The character that helped Lilith to become what she is now. The character that gave her the power. Now, for me, it has to have a logic here as to why Azan is worried about a full Pyre invasion. Sorry, Abyssal invasion. So, what my theory is, and I might be wrong, but hopefully not, but what I think this is the same queen that it's here. And she did something wrong, or something happened, she lost her powers and fell all the way to the Abyss. Like a fallen angel, similar to the entire Lucifer sort of story, right? She has also the 4 wings or whatever that you can see here. Okay, she has wings on the bottom and then these wings on the top. So similar. So she basically got transformed into abyssal things. And this is what Azan is scared of. Azan is scared that this now Queen of the Pyre, the Queen of the Pyre, which used to be the Queen... Sorry, yeah, the Queen of the Pyre, but now the Queen of the Abyss, might actually be pulling strings to try to come back into the realm and rule everything, and possibly the next target is actually the Pyre. So this is why on this map, which is another little thing if you didn't notice, when they were showcasing the map, they were showing to us that there's like a little place here that it has a hammer. And this hammer is constantly smacking down and creating whatever, you know, like people thought this was also a new character. Could be a new character potentially. But basically the hammer is creating right here. She's on top of the hammer here. Gotta take away the sound. So she's on top of the hammer. Underneath this hammer, once it falls down, there's actually characters over there that will be showing up every time it smacks, creates a character. That character then gets teleported, the hammer goes back up, and then slams again and creates another one. Why? Because the Forge itself is creating soldiers, abyssal soldiers, and we get to see these soldiers on a conveyancy belt, whatever they called it. I'm not sure 100%. If you haven't understood, this map is a forge. Obviously, the sun is used to, you know, to use the heat to then melt stuff, so you can then forge them with the hammer and so on. This is what the entire concept of it is, and it makes a ton of sense. Obviously belongs to the Pyre, and on a section of the map, we are able to see the soldiers basically already getting set up for whatever is to come. So as you can see, this entire thing is connected. Not just in lore, but it also in the, well, mostly the lore. Not just the map itself. We're not just getting a new map. We're getting lore together with it. We're basically getting almost, I'm not going to say it 100%, we're almost getting a confirmation here as to who this character is. And very much likely this character is still either coming out this year or next year. Now, I think she got delayed for a reason. On the showcase, I believe it was Strixus, he said that this showcase that happened yesterday was the last one of this year. So either A, they're going to do some sort of like a esports event with Smite, and a portion of it they will be showing what's going to happen on 2023 for Paladins, and they will reveal the character there, similar to what they did with Genos and a couple other characters. Or B, the patch has actually been pushed all the way back to January. Okay, and we only get to see the character in January. Because he did mention we're still getting a tank this year. If you go through his tweets, you'll see some of the answers that he has given to other people. He's mentioned that we're still getting a tank. And he also mentioned about a map, which the map is happening right now, so unless it got delayed, which can happen, okay, so like the plans could have been just like, hey, we're getting a tank, right? But unfortunately, they got delayed. It's completely fine, that happens. In fact, I'm super happy that we have the map because it's definitely something different. A lot of people have been asking for something completely different. We're having new maps. We're having new test maps with new modes, which this is similar almost to a mini event. The TDM is now Pick Any, which is super awesome. Either way, most of these things are all mentioned on my video of yesterday if you want to go and check it out. The video before this one. Pretty easy to find. But in the end of the day, we didn't just get a map. We get confirmation of almost 100% confirmation of the next champion to come to the Paladins, and a ton of lore attached to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is all I have here for you guys. But leave me down on the comments below your theories as to whether or not if this character is connected to the character we see on Azan's walls, alright, and the new map, alright? Because the lore of this map, based on what they said, it seems to lead us to this new holy war between the Pyre and the Abyss. And it's really interesting. I feel like there's not even going to be any sort of issues or people worrying about whether or not we have the Resistance or the Magistrate anymore. Because at this point, the Pyre and the Abyss are about to do an arms wrestle. And whoever's in the middle is going to be caught in that crossfire. So this might actually become even a bigger sort of conflict than what we had with Yagarath. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This has been it for the video today. Sorry if the video was a bit long, but I honestly really wanted to put every single thing out there. Make sure that you guys understood every single little step of what I'm saying. I've been saying about this character of the Abyssal Queen for quite a while now, almost ever since Azan came out, but I wanted to do a full video with actual proof, with actual extra confirmed texts, lore, and even little teasers like this one, okay? So thank you so much for watching. That'll be it for today. Leave on the comments down below your theories as to what I just asked you. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Till then, have a wonderful time. I'm out. Bye-bye.